gonna be looking into changing the little washer fluid windshield pump. Mine does not want to spray anymore. I checked all the lines, are not clogged or anything. Blew some air in them. They're all sprayed with the air, but just not with the beanstalk inside. So that led me to the conclusion that it is the pump itself. So that's what I'm doing right now. Right now I'm actually taking all these little clips off. These ones out there, and these, probably that one up there too, just kind of give some room. And then it should be right here, because from what I saw in the diagram, it was right underneath, or right by the windshield washer reservoir. So I'm expecting it to be there at least. Might need to get some 7 or an 8 millimeter to get that from underneath, and then probably get a flathead now. Yep, I'll get that. These two, and there's those. Looks like they're like 7s, maybe like a 6, 6.5. Alright, now that I'm taking the rest of these out, I did notice that the ones here on the outside and the so far are different than the ones that were in here. The ones in here are like this, and the ones on the outside are small like that. So, it's one of those things to look out for. I'm putting them separately for right now. I don't know if those other ones are going to be the same, but I would think they are. I would think these are all going to be the same, but who knows until I start taking them off. So I took apart the front trunk yesterday to see what's going on. Fuse box up in the front is a pain in the butt to get to. It is where the high voltage connections are at. That was kind of a dumb placement. You have to undo the high voltage connections first, and then you're able to remove that. But even then, it's a pain in the butt. It says on there if it's dropped, you have to throw it away. I highly doubt that, but you know, at the same time, I don't know. I mean, I didn't drop it, thankfully. It's a big risk to drop something like that, because that gives you all the power you need for everything. Okay, now I just gotta take the one on the bottom. I should be able to get this, at least move this way. Really small, it's just those two right there. Might be that one weird size that I have, which is like a 7 will work. The 6.5 socket that I have. The most randomest thing ever. I'm just taking those off so I can make it a little bit easier, I guess. Probably leave it, but I wouldn't be fighting this plastic quite a bit. I don't want to do that. Oh, somebody can move this one right here. Okay, so I got that one out. I'm looking under here. I actually missed these two right here, so I gotta get these two before I start doing anything else. But almost there, they're kind of just hidden. Unfortunately, but at least I caught them now. Just that one. It's kind of hard to see because the sunlight is not really hitting me, but it's just kind of bright, so it's not hard to see them. off. Side, don't lose them. One is different though. Two is different. 3. Most of these they come off on the side. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say some of these are around here. I'll be able to look because these other ones don't have. Oh, they don't. This one does have it. No, this one only has one spot to get the flathead underneath. The other ones have them in 2 spots. All right. So now let's pull this down. It's gonna get dusty. It's gonna get dirty. All right. And there's that dumb little pump right there. We'll move this nicely out of the way. Very dirty, very dusty. Okay, so that is what I need to put. Bam, bam. 2 lines, and then line that out of there. So you just come straight on out. I do gotta take that off. So one line separates this way and the other line goes the other way. That's the sensor and that's the pump. I'll show you the one that I got. And this is the part for this. Got it from Ford. Like, I want to say it was like 40 something bucks. I have to look at the paper or something like that. I still have it. Right there. Like I said, it goes in there. It's gonna make a little bit of a mess. It does go in this way, so it goes from there. And then bam. Best thing to do would be probably unplug everything, pull it on out. It's not clamped on anything besides this part right here. So it's gonna make a mess. Gonna have to move some of this stuff out of the way. Probably put a bucket or something right there. And yeah, those are pretty easy to take off, and that's just, I don't know about that one yet. But I'm pretty sure it's this thing that is not letting it do what it needs to do. Because it doesn't make any sound. Nothing happens whenever I do move it in and out. Right here. That will fit. This will fit. It'll make a mess, but it'll fit. And now I can get this deal. This one goes onto this side. The other one goes onto the other side. Good thing is to do. Kind of unclamp it a bit. I think it's 2-part unclamp. There we go. That's gonna suck. I'll waste a lot of that. That's okay. Got some of that on my mouth, unfortunately. The windshield wiper was not working, and I thought it was clogged lines, but it's not. It was they have a little pump right here. So yeah, kind of annoying when it's over here and we get all this dust. Really crazy, but catch as much of that as possible. Right now I'm just kind of filling it up with this. It's filling up pretty quickly, so I should probably just not do that. Honestly, you don't really need anything special on there. Some people say yes, and just, you know, you put some soap in there and call it a day. It's not gonna kill it. Now, if you put too much soap, it can get kind of goopy, and then it won't work properly. But as long as you're good, you're good. Barely put anything in it. All right. One, make sure that nothing is leaking. Looks okay so far. That is electrical, that is nothing. Don't see any leaks out of these lines, we're good. So it should be okay. Now I'm just gonna let this down somewhat so I can see what happens. This is gonna cut into here. Let's see. There it is. So look at that. Make sure it hits the back. Here we go. Before it was not making any sound. No sound and no anything coming out. And it even comes out of here. It wasn't coming out of there before. But now it is. And now to put everything back. Alright, now that I got that sorted out, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting all this stuff together. Shouldn't be really too difficult. Just a matter of putting things back where they went, where they were at. I know these two go right there. I gotta find out where the other ones go, and I'll look at the other side here in a minute. I should be able to tell. I said they only have one spot where you can get the flathead underneath. Oh shit. Alright, I'm gonna redo these because these three are the ones that actually have the single what you call it, part where you can put the flathead in. I thought it was gonna be one of the ones on the inside, but it was not. They were going in kind of tough, so kind of makes sense. But nonetheless, nothing to worry about. Probably would have been just fine. But I just like leaving stuff as factory as possible when I can. These ones are a lot smoother in than the other ones. The other thing I like to do is possibly just leave the flathead area on the outside so it's a lot easier to get to next time. Make that part right there. Bring that towards the inside. Inside to say. So in the future, I can easily grab it. That part right there, the little nub. It's missing. Switch this. Bam. Right there. And then all these go on the inside. Here and there. really that hard to get into. It's just there. There we go. Gotta finesse them in there a little bit. Sometimes pull these out a little bit more. Helps out. And they're just kind of on a weird angle like these from the inside. Kind of a double angle. Work it in. These are hard ones to see. That one on top is not too bad. This one I can see-ish. We got that just by the touch of it, which is great. This one in here, no problem. All right, got them all in. Gotta do the bolt that goes right here and the two that go right there. We are good. That's the 10. Get in by hand for a second. I don't like these screws down here. I had this whole splash on the bottom fall down. It got really wet and then it just kind of came apart. So it'd be nice if Ford came up with something better. Maybe just go back to the plastic, or just come up with a better way to cover that. Probably could just use my electric ratchet to get this up quicker, but that's okay. I don't need that much power. Okay. Ooh. I think I'm wearing a glove. So those two on the bottom are 7s. Well, at least the 7mm worked. But I'm pretty sure they're 7s. These two right here. Start them on a little bit, and then I'll move that more. Like twice as much as I can do. I have my swamp cooler overfilled. There's water all over the place right now. Oopsie. Oops, oops, oops. Okay. Good. Know how to put the wheel on. Be done with that. For anybody wondering, I am running 275 40/20s. Not really. As I was saying, I'm running 275 40/20s on this. Not recommended on this size of wheel. It's the tire itself is technically too small as far as the height goes. This part. Because a 275/50 would work, but I don't want height. I want a nice little balance on height. I don't want it too tall. Because eventually I plan on lowering this. Definitely before replacing that part, obviously check the other stuff to make sure it's not a clogged line, because it would kind of suck taking all that off and it's actually a clogged line, you know, which is not that bad either way. torque on these is 150. That's all I gotta do that too. Oh, that's gonna suck. Yeah, bad angle there. Try not to put too much pressure on it. The electrical charging port open. It's kind of awkward. So pretty much to replace that, take the wheel off. Probably can do it without it, but it'd be a lot easier. I wouldn't try it. It'd be a lot easier that way anyways. Little sockets, 7 and 10 flathead, and the plastic clip remover, trim remover kind of thing. Should be alright. I didn't really use this. Alright.